Hi, I'm Louis Griever, former Executive Assistant Director of the FBI and now Director with the Wynyard Group. Law enforcement in the U.S. is changing a lot. New technology and new techniques like social network analysis and link analysis let investigators and analysts put the pieces together and see the big picture like never before. Wynyard Advanced Crime Analytics is being used by a number of U.S. law enforcement agencies, including the Felony Lane Gang Working Group. The Felony Lane Gang has been active in more than 30 states and is responsible for millions in identity theft losses. Stopping them has been a particularly tough challenge for many reasons. The members are opportunistic. They keep moving from place to place. They recruit local members for short periods, and they have refined their methods over the years. This is a case in which advanced technology can make a huge difference. By analyzing all the data across multiple jurisdictions and using social network analysis, investigators can get a much more complete picture of the gang's activities. But don't take my word for it. Watch this.
Organized crime is a major challenge for law enforcement. Organized groups are responsible for an FBI estimated $1 trillion per year in fraud and theft, destabilizing communities with the introduction of drugs, human trafficking, and violent crime. To combat organized crime, law enforcement needs to collaborate and leverage technology that can analyze large amounts of information to identify the truly critical pieces hidden in the large, complex web of data. Let's examine a specific case in which Wynyard Advanced Crime Analytics is aiding law enforcement to investigate and dismantle an organized crime gang. The gang members break into vehicles to steal checks and identification, then use disguises to cash fraudulent checks at drive-through banks. Dubbed by the banks as the Felony Lane Gang, this criminal organization has conducted operations for over a decade and is responsible for tens of millions of dollars in fraud across 35 states. Wynyard Advanced Crime Analytics is being used by law enforcement agencies in the Felony Lane Gang Working Group to collect incident reports, suspect profiles, phone, vehicle, and address records from across the country to connect the dots on the gang's operations. Here, you see a social network graph of actual Felony Lane Gang suspects and their associations. We have changed the names to protect law enforcement sensitive information. We can use the social network analysis tools to identify the most important people in the network. Here, we have two of the most well-connected people in the network who, according to our analysis, are integral leaders in the gang's operation. With our two key players identified, we can use the tool to find connections that we did not know existed. While many tools would only be able to show us direct associations, Wynyard Advanced Crime Analytics is able to instantly find indirect connections that would take hours to identify with traditional research methods. We are able to find common associates, a common vehicle, and a common intelligence report. Advanced Crime Analytics is able to sift through massive amounts of text to find relevant pieces of information. We are able to find a connection that was hidden away in one of the thousands of reports in the system, something that before could have taken hundreds of man-hours to identify. The software makes that possible by using complex text mining algorithms specifically tailored to extract meaningful information. Organized crime thrives on conducting its operations in a way that makes it difficult for law enforcement to collaborate and put the pieces together. With Wynyard Advanced Crime Analytics, investigators and law enforcement professionals can now combat the complex networks and operations of organized crime by using all of the information available to identify key players, identify trends and patterns, and hit the networks in a meaningful, effective way.